What? Why the hell is this camera on? Huh? What the hell? What is up, guys? Welcome back to Wednesday's video. It's finally here on a Thursday because that's how I am. First topic of discussion. Actually, just wanted to bring this up real quick. The new protein I'm using Synth6 Edge. It is, I don't know if it's new, but it is just kind of the better version of Synth6. It has the same amount of protein, but half the fat, half the carbs, which is really good because the Synth6 I was using had a lot more carbs than what I wanted and a lot more fat than what I wanted, and I saw this stuff, so I had to jump on it, and I did that, and I like it a lot better. I mean, the taste is pretty much the same. It might even taste a little better. I had 2 different flavors, so I mean, you're comparing apples and oranges here, but whatever. It's good stuff if you're like watching your fats and carbs, same amount of protein, so it's a great protein to use. Highly recommend it. Tastes great. Alright, next. It is weigh-in Wednesday today, so we're gonna hop on the scale and see what I'm weighing in at today. So lastly, on the topic of Wednesday's videos, it's what am I listening to? This Friday, I'm super excited because a band that I really like, Nekrogoblikon, is releasing their new album on Friday the 13th called, Welcome to Bonkers. They've had 3 songs released from this so far. The first one being The Skin Thief, Dressed as Goblins, and then it's called like The Magic Spider. The Skin Thief, I had that on repeat for 3 whole days. That was the only song I listened to, and I could not get enough of it. It is a absolutely fantastic song. They really hit the nail on the head with that song, in my opinion, because all the other stuff they've released with their first couple albums, I really enjoy. I mean, their first album I'm not really into very much, but Prince of the Land of Stench and Heavy Meta I think are amazing albums. But I think this one is going to be their best album by far. After The Skin Thief, I ran through that cycle, and pretty much, I wouldn't say right after, but not too long after, they released another single, Dressed as Goblins, and they released a new music video for that too, which was directed by, what's his name? The guy who wrote the show for Adult Swim, Metalocalypse and Death Clock and stuff. Brendan Smalls, that's it. He directed that music video, and it's a pretty funny music video. If you haven't watched it, check it out. I'll leave the link in the description for you. Same thing with that song. It was on repeat for days. And I actually liked this one a lot more because it was something totally different. Like the repeat of the words, Dressed as Goblins and all that stuff. And you have the heavy intro and the fast, and then it gets into this more melodic part later on in the song, and the solo isn't super duper fast sweeps, crazy shredding stuff. It's really awesome and thought out, and I think that song is their best song. Well, I wouldn't say the best song on the album because I haven't heard the whole damn thing, but it's fun to listen to, and I just really like that song. And lastly, what they released was The Magic Spider. Now this one took a completely different turn from the other ones. It's not, I don't want to say slow, but the vibe is just super peppy and happy, and it's honestly a good time song. If you're just someone who doesn't like metal, if you showed them this, they would enjoy this, which is really weird from Nekrogoblikon. So I only listened to it one time. It wasn't stuck in my head like any of the other ones. The chorus for it is ridiculously catchy, and I could not stop humming it. Even though I wasn't the biggest fan of it, it was still a fun song that I enjoyed listening to. And the fact that it was stuck in my head like that, just that chorus, was hilarious. I honestly was kind of laughing at myself for having that stuck in my head. This Friday, as in tomorrow, the 13th, new album, Nekrogoblikon, drops. Welcome to Bonkers. Check it out. I know I'm going to. That's going to be the only thing I listen to tomorrow. I'm going to put the album on repeat and just keep listening to it. And next thing that I've been really stuck on is this band called Mors Principum S. That's Latin for something, and I read it a while ago, but I have no idea what it means now. But anyway, I've listened to all their stuff. I think they have 6 albums out, and their last 3, the newest ones, are my favorite. The newest one they released is absolutely phenomenal. This band is kind of what I've been looking for a long time. Since I'm into fast shredding, intricate guitars, but very melodic and that kind of thing. This album, this band in general is literally that. The closest thing I can compare them to would be Norther, Children of Bodom, In Flames, which are all bands I really love. So I was really excited when I found them. I was going through Spotify, just related artists through, I think it was Dissection or something like that. But I found them, and I listened to the first song. I think it was God Has Fallen or something, and I loved it. I'm like, wow, that was really awesome. So I went to the next song. It was called We Are Asleep, and I'm like, wow, this is even better. And I just went through their most popular songs, and then the latest album, I listened to that whole thing through. Then the album after that, I think it's called like Dawn of a Fifth Era, and I listened to all of that and I loved it. And then after that, it was Death Says Live, and I listened to all of that and I loved it. So I just kept listening to those 3 albums on repeat. And then I went to their first album and so on, and I was like, it's alright. So in my opinion, their newest 3 albums are their best stuff, but I haven't like really gone into too much in depth of their first stuff. So I'm gonna do that just to, you know, expand my horizons a little bit on the band. But definitely check them out. They are absolutely phenomenal. The guitarist is amazing, the drummer's amazing, the vocals are amazing, the bass is amazing. Everything about that band is just phenomenal. So check them out. And lastly, on the topic of music, or the band Coma, I would relate them to, honestly, like Children of Bodom and Norther and In Flames and that kind of thing. Like intricate guitars, awesome vocals, fast drums, like they're an absolutely phenomenal band. I've been stuck on listening to this band forever now. I can't go a day without listening to any of their songs. Their older stuff is just mind-blowing to me. Like listening to this band, I'm like, how did I not know about them? How are they not more popular? But they just released a new album really recently too. It's called Palo, or I don't know, P-A-L-O. I don't exactly know how to pronounce it. But I listened to it and I really enjoyed that album. I don't think it's one of the best albums they've put out, but I was like beyond excited. My hype was like up here to listen to that album. With their older stuff, Hades is an amazing album. On Spotify, that and I think it's They Will Return are combined into one mega album, so I'll literally just put that on repeat and just listen to it over and over and over again every single day, because I cannot get enough of that band. They're so damn good. I cannot emphasize that enough. Alright, so yeah, back to the weigh-in stuff. Let's get that scale and look at that number. So weighing on the scale, we are at 168.5, which I'm actually fairly pleased with it being so late at night and late in the day. Since my weight fluctuates fairly often, from the time I wake up, it'll be completely different by the time I go to bed. So I'm happy with that 168. We're making progress. Like I said, this week I've been really on the ball with my diet and stuff, and keeping my calories below my deficit, keeping my fats where they're at, carbs, protein, and so on. So I'm actually really excited about that. So that's cool. And that pretty much concludes Wednesday's video. I'll catch you guys tomorrow on Friday for like our, I don't know, kind of whatever topic. I'll think of something while I'm at work. So catch you guys later.